Yo, girls and guys, welcome back to the channel. My life's been changing in some weird ways, and I got this like clinging feeling, like I have to cling back to my past, and I have to do all these things that I always wanted to do that I've never done, and all these things that I started back in the day that I haven't finished yet, and it's a really weird time for me. Like, for the last few years, if you listen to a lot of my commentaries and watch my videos, you probably heard me say stuff like, I'm gonna focus on this for now, like, for now I'm doing Halo, for now I'm doing fighting games, for now I'm doing this with my life, whatever. I was doing art for a while, whatever. Lots of different things, right? For some reason, like, in the last month or so, it's been kind of weird for me. Like, I'm gonna explain it in this video, but it's just a lot of things, like the distance from family, even the family members that I live with, like the distance growing, the emotional and the connection and the communication distance, and just noticing that, like, yeah, you guys want to do some get-togethers like 2 times a year and shit like that, but that's not, to me, that's not family, you know what I mean? Someone you see 2 times a year isn't family. I don't care if you're blood related or not, you know what I mean? I'm not seeing what, I feel like nobody else feels like me. Like, they all, I don't know, man. It's really hard to describe. Seems like they are on different, they're like on a different universe, like family connection sort of matters to them, but they're already so done with their lives that it doesn't matter that much, actually, you know what I mean? So then you got me sitting over here, like, finally feeling like I'm a grown-up, and finally feeling like I care about my family the proper amount and stuff like that, right? Finally feeling like all these types of things, like I actually want to cook food for my family, and I want to help them, and I want to do projects, and I want to do gardening, and I want to grow microgreens, and I want to do all this stuff, and it's just like, it's just me, like, why do I feel all these things for people who are making it very obvious that they might never be the type of family members that I thought we would be, you know what I mean? So that's been like a really weird struggle for me. I just hurt my back recently doing, basically listening to the world and listening to people say that you can do certain things with your body that you really can't, Sure, squatting works for some people, but for other people it just destroys their body. It doesn't matter how well you take care of yourself or how smart you do things. At some point, you're going to try to work out and you're going to try to make progress, and it's going to damage you, you know what I mean? Especially if you're not an elite genetics freak who spent their entire... That's why you'll never see people like me who, like, lost a bunch of weight, had injuries prior to that, and then is like, they never overcome those injuries and then get super fit, you know what I mean? It's always someone who, like, has, like, damn near perfect joints who gets that fit if they were overweight or they were unhealthy, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, listen to the deepest, smartest part of yourself, because you'll have the entire world is full of stupid people and people who might have the right idea for a perfectly healthy person, and then you might consider yourself a perfectly healthy person because, I feel like a good, healthy person, right? Well, actually, no. It doesn't really matter if I put in an insane amount of effort. I have certain limitations that need to be addressed, you know what I mean? And I don't need to create more limitations and more possibly permanent injuries to my body chasing some other douche's fucking goals, you know what I mean? There's no value in that whatsoever. So, some other douche who was born with, like, these thick-ass fucking joints and was bound to be strong whether they lifted weights or not. Sure, they can, you know what I mean? And that's just one example, but that goes for everything. That's like moving out. That's like, should you live with your parents or not after your high school? That's like, what kind of jobs you get. That's like, is this relationship good for you or not? There's so many things, and it's like, the more I go on, it's just like, the only one that can even answer a lot of these questions for you is either the one who got fucking hurt by somebody else, and they say, I'm finally done with this bullshit, or the one that sees it coming and they're actually smart and avoids the shit. And it's very hard to be that person, because that means, guess what? That means a lot of introspection. That means a lot of meditation, a lot of time doing healthy habits that support your body, your breath, and your mind, like yoga and walking and all that type of stuff, gardening, all those types of things, healthy dieting, fasting. Yeah, so it's just been like, I always like saying this, it's like a myriad shitstorm of fucking dog shit emotions that I have to deal with. Like, normally I'm grateful, like don't get me wrong, there's gonna be some stuff I mention in this video that I am grateful for and stuff like that. It's just, it's one of the most annoying things, I would have to say, if I could boil it all down into a couple sentences, is when you feel like you worked really hard to have some enthusiasm and some happiness for life, and you wake up someday from a bad dream and you just can't, you can't make it, you can't bring it out of you, you know what I mean? It's like, it feels like you're a fucking empty gas tank, and you need that gas to keep going, but it's not there, you know what I mean? That's what it feels like. And it's just like, what the fuck, dude? You know what I mean? It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, yeah, you could give me a bad day or a couple bad hours here and there, but it's like, you know, like, what faculty is it in the world that the world enjoys zapping people of their happiness and their good attitude and their dreams and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I just don't understand that. Like, yeah, you could go like, well, you gotta make room in your life for, I'm playing some Clash of Clans right now, almost like Clash Royale, Clash of Clans. We're gonna hop in about 5-10 minutes. I just want to get some of this crap out of my brain so I can stop thinking about it, really. And, you know, that's just like some of the stuff that's been oddly, you know, I haven't even really been, like, usually when I make these types of commentaries, I had like a bad interaction with somebody, usually from the toxic ass Halo community. But, you know, now I haven't even been associating with those people, and now it's like, well, life's like, well, if I can't fuck you up through other people, then I'll just find a way to make your mind and your emotions become your obstacle. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally what it feels like. Well, I don't really give, you know, I'm very much more detached than I used to be from the Halo community and these gaming communities. Stuff like that. Toxic commenters on YouTube and stuff. I'm very detached from all that stuff now. Like, that doesn't nearly affect me as much as it used to. Like, I find it funny sometimes, like I'll beat some sweaty fucking Twitch streamer for Halo, and then I'll just like, I've already walked away, because like, I actually walked away before the match was over, because my team already won, like, I destroyed the people. And then I walked away out of my room, this happened yesterday, and I heard MD Douche, I'm not gonna give his real name, but let's say he's a cocky fucking douche who's friends with the cop, and I don't like cops. But, I walked away and I heard him like mad after the game, saying some dumb shit about me or whatever. And I'm just like, I couldn't even hear what he said, but I just kind of like smiled to myself a little bit. I'm like, really? And that's when I knew I was like, finally, you know, I haven't been the most mature guy with my life at all, but I felt like I was finally more mature than the vast majority of these like Twitch community fucking gamers who are toxic as fuck. Especially in the shooting game community is what I'm talking about. Because you go to almost any other community and you won't find those type of fucking people. If you're the best in the world at something, people in other communities actually give you credit. If you're the best in the world at Halo, guess what? You're a fucking bot, bro. No one's gonna shout out your YouTube. No one's gonna watch your montage, bro. Like it's like the meanest, fucking douchiest people you've ever seen in your life. And I you know, I don't want to be that honest about it, but that's really how it is. I'm not even kidding. So yeah, now that that's not a catalyst, now that doesn't, you know, that hasn't really bothered me in a long time. I don't really take those people serious anymore. Because I've seen that you stream for them, you put hours and hours and hours of work in for them, you try to make friends with them, and so many times it just was all a waste of my life, you know. But yeah, like I just can't get my family to work out the way I always thought we would at this point, you know. We're not eating healthy food together, we're not spending money on each other and making sure everyone has resources, and we're not doing any of these things, you know. We don't care about the water, we don't care about the bills, we don't care about making sure everyone has a car and an access to a means to make money. We don't care about anything, and it's like, and it's not like I've never mentioned, you know, my family clearly knows that these are problems, but it's just like, so what I'm saying is like, these days my family doesn't even feel like my family, you know. I'm not even like mad at them or anything. That's a thing. Like, I just want to make them food and shit, and it's just like not happening anymore. So yeah, that's some of the main causes of my current struggles, you know. I don't know what's gonna be the solution to all this shit or where it's all headed towards, but that's what I've been going through. Well, that's why kind of the YouTube channel hasn't really been the same so far this year, honestly. Not that I wanted to be the same, but I didn't want to abandon games like this. I didn't want to abandon having fun. But the more I think about it, like I'm sitting here like blaming myself for some of these bad emotions and stuff. But the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm realizing like yeah, I could do better for myself. But at the same time, it just seems like a lot of this just stems from the fact that everyone I've ever met in my life is unhappy with life. You know, girlfriends, guy friends, best friends, family members. It all stems from the fact that everyone's afraid as fuck and they're unhappy with life, you know? People online. They don't want to spend even a minute of their life getting to know you or knowing your history, and thus they don't give you the respect you deserve, you know? You could be someone who they think they're the fucking best shit on the fucking planet, and you've put in actually twice the amount of work, and you're actually somehow better than them by a lot, even though they're already a great player or something. But their shit attitude makes it so that a lot of the best players don't get to know who you are, you know what I mean? And it just goes on and on like that. Some family members care more about their new house that they buy, some care more about their job, some care more about their relationships. It just seems like they never, like I watch these families on like YouTube shorts and stuff, and I know some of this is just like their family presenting themselves better than they actually are, so that they can have a nice social media and everything. I'm not complaining about that. But what I'm saying is their families are very clearly operating way better than mine. And it just feels like there's almost nothing I can do to ever get a piece of that pie, ever, to have that good time with my family. We always had fights and bullshit growing up, and now that we don't fight, now I miss the fights because I don't miss the fights, but I miss the time around those because at least we cared about each other when I was younger, you know what I mean? At least we cooked each other food and we did each other's dishes and we made sure everyone had what they needed and stuff. And it's just not like that anymore at all. And it hasn't really been like that for years. That's what I'm saying. It would be one thing if it was like a couple months or something. But it's really just been heading more and more in that direction. When, in my opinion, shouldn't your family like get closer and closer over time? Because you realize the truth of life more and more. You know what I mean? Anyways, that's like some of the main issues that I've been going through. And it's, like I said, it's actually an impossible it's an impossible problem because my heart is basically attached to like 8 to 15 people who don't give a fuck about me. And they don't give a fuck about each other nearly as much as I think we should all care about each other. So, for example, like, I didn't even see my nephew lives like 10 minutes away from us. And I basically didn't see him all through his time in high school. You know what I mean? I seen him like a little bit like the summer before he started high school. And I basically didn't see him at all. You know what I mean? It's just like, I didn't ask for that to happen. They did it. You know what I mean? And I could just see that already happening with my other nephew, And I'm just done with it. Like, if you purposely want to spend your life away from people, like, that's your choice, you know what I mean? I'm not coming to your family get-togethers, and I'm not coming to your fucking stupid-ass parties if you're not going to live with me, and you're not going to love me, and you're not going to cook food with me, and you're not going to eat my meals, and I'm not going to eat anything you ever make, because you never fucking do anything for me, you know what I mean? And that's the reality. I'm not complaining, I'm not asking for anything. I'm asking to make people food, you know what I mean? I'm asking to help you do your dishes. I help. I do the dishes. You know what I mean? I cook those foods. I wash those pans, those heavy-ass woks that don't even fit in our fucking little childish fucking sink. You know what I mean? And I'm over it all. Like, it's annoying wanting to be swept away, Like, I literally want to be swept away. I want to be swept off my foot by a fucking 35-year-old cougar who wants me to live with her and actually wants to be a partner, I don't even care about sex anymore. That's another thing I'm going to talk about. I actually have a lot of shit to talk about because these people are so far gone off the fucking path of love that's fucking ridiculous. They're not even they're not like murderers, they're not thieves, but they have no fucking love in their hearts. It's like it's like the devil got to all my family members or something. It's fucking weird. And not just my family, like I say my family, but I also mean my friends from high school and my friends after college and stuff. Same shit, you know what I mean? Wanted to live with those people. I lived with some of those people before. I spent a lot of time with those people, and guess what? It's same fucking shit. I'm making a quesadilla for my friend who got out of prison, and he's video chatting random girls online. He don't give a fuck about them, you know what I mean? And that's like one of my better friends who is a good guy, you know what I mean? I'm not asking you to do anything for me, but it'd be nice if we actually did things human beings do together. You know what I mean? You go to like an African culture, like an African community or something like that. I'm probably speaking out of my ass, right? But you go to these places and you look at the videos, like these people fucking spend like every moment of their lives together, you know what I mean? They hunt together, they bleed together, they fucking die together, they do drugs together. They do all types of crazy shit, you know what I mean? They put holes in their ears and scars on their body together. And it's like, now we text each other. We're in the same fucking house and we like send each other emails. You know what I mean? Like, that's where we're at. That's literally where we're at, and it's fucking pathetic. It's like, it's one of the best times to ever be alive in recorded history. Where you can fucking go to the store and for pennies on the dollar, you can fucking make an immaculate meal for your family that is just amazing, delicious, healthy, nutritious. It's got a little bit of bad, a little bit of good in it as far as health goes. You know what I mean? And you could do all these amazing things, but instead we're buying our own fucking whey protein shakes so we can juice up our fucking non-existent muscles, and we're buying dog treats for dogs who don't need dog treats, and we're buying supplements for ourselves and not meals for our family. You know what I mean? It's just like, I could go on and on. Those are just real life examples of bullshit that I see. You know what I mean? I would just never do that. If I had access to money, it would instantly go into my parents and my family's stomachs. You know what I mean? I want to spend the money on them. I have money. If I even had access to a grocery store, I would fucking spend that money today, right now, on a fucking steak dinner for my family. I don't give a fuck. I'll fucking spend money I don't have to feed my family. I don't give a fuck. But I could just see that nobody else is like that. Nobody else. I'm not even like a special person. You know what I mean? I'm just like a fucking. I was a depressed kid. I had anger problems because I hated school so much. So I just let out the stress in that form. But for some reason, I'm growing up as the most loving person I know, the most helpful person I know, somebody who just wishes the best for me and my family. Like, I'm so much more mature than I should have to be, and it's still not good enough. See what I'm saying? Like, at this point, the only road I have out of this is to literally walk 12 miles to the nearest fucking town and work a job at a fucking gas station until I have enough money to buy a car. You know, like, I don't have any options. I can't walk fucking 15 miles every day without getting fucking sunburnt, you know what I mean? And that's the weird thing, is like, I'm actually considering it, you know what I mean? I'm actually considering, like, walking. It would be a 4-hour walk or something. It's like a long-ass walk. I'm actually considering it because that's where we're at. Like, the last 5 months, my family has been dwindling and dwindling and dwindling down, you know? More unhealthy stuff. Less food. Less water. We're not updating the house's water supply. It's damaging the house and the pipes and the fixtures and the faucets. And there's so many... It's just ridiculous. It's like a fucking clown show. It's a circus act, you know what I mean? I could get a fucking fat girlfriend, have her shit on my fucking hair, use it as shampoo, and walk around all day, and it would be less ridiculous than this fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. I can't even fathom what's going on here. I don't know if these people are all getting fucked by hookers and my family is all like in the pocketbook of a hooker or something, in the back pocket of a girl hooker, or I don't know what is going on. The way they're acting is fucking ridiculous. And it's like, all that's happening and you guys want me to go to a fucking graduation party? No, I'm starving. I need some fucking healthy food. I need access to human resources. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, we loved each other for the last 25 years. What the fuck is wrong with you people? You can't talk any sense into them. They're senseless. I've been saying this shit for years. Like, I don't know what to do anymore. The only thing that would work is, like, crazy outrages. Like, that's how my family works. Like, you have to, like, basically murder somebody to make something happen. You have to smash the $1,600 TV on the side of the wall. And guess what? That's happened before, and it wasn't me who did it. My family is fucking weirdos. Like, I shouldn't have to fucking start a violent fight with somebody to get a fucking $1 head of broccoli, you know what I mean? People who say they're gonna have your back, and then they just never fucking have your back. Ever. And then you just realize that they were talking out their fucking asshole. You actually believed in their bullshit. You actually believed that they cared about you, and then you see the truth, you know? People fucking spend $700 on an arcade cabinet and $0 on health of their family. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what are you gonna do if your family gets cancer because they're eating garbage food, and they die, and you got that arcade cabinet sitting there. You know what I mean? Like, what is wrong with you? That's every member of my family, collegiate douchebag or not. You know what I mean? I have better interactions with my dogs at this point. You know what I mean? Like, my dogs care more about me. When I hurt my back the other day, my dog like let out a warning bark because he was worried about me. It was like the cutest thing ever. He could tell that there was something wrong with me. And you know what I mean? Like, my dog cared more about me than my fucking mom. It's just fucking weird, bro. Anyways, I don't mean to rant about that though, but that's just like some of what I'm going through. Like, some other stuff. Like, I've been having these. I really think that if you stop meditating, you stop doing yoga, your life like goes on pause, and it produces blockages in your arteries and shit, and in your emotional body as well. I truly believe that because I didn't take the best care of myself the last like 8 months, honestly, and it's real. I had this really weird experience where like all these emotions and all these memories. The second I started taking care of myself, literally like the last few weeks, I started exercising, doing yoga, drinking water a lot more than I have been. Fasting a lot. I've been fasting like crazy. I'm fasted right now for the last 16 hours or something. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? Like, and I fasted 2 days before this. Or like, all I had yesterday was about 500 calories. And then the day before that, I fasted the whole day. I didn't eat anything. Not even a bite. And you know what I mean? It's just like, I'm not bragging about any of this. I need this shit because I'm going through some emotional fucking shit and I need to get stronger, and that's all there is to it. But there's the water I'm talking about. Yeah, but all these, like, I noticed, like, it finally felt like my life was, like, flashing before my eyes. And then it, to farther make it even, like, I thought that and then when I went to bed in the last few days, guess what? I'm having, like, these extremely lucid fucking dreams that feel, like, usually when I have dreams, there's, like, a part of me that knows it's a dream inside the dream, you know what I mean? Like, I'll be talking to the other dream clones in my fucking dream, and I'll be like, I know this is a dream. You're not tricking me. If it's scary, like, I'll freak out. I'll, like, scream inside the dream to wake myself up. It's, like, really weird. Because I'm like, I don't want to deal with this shit. It's fucking scary. And then there's, like, some conscious part of me that pulls me out of it. But yeah, and the last couple days, I've been having these, like, so I haven't really had many dreams the last 8 months, and that's not usually typical for me. And now I'm realizing, oh, it has to do with blockages in your arteries. It has to do with your emotional body. It has to do with, are you growing and evolving still? The second you stop doing it, life is way different. For example, like, I woke up today, and even though I really wanted to play all these games last night, I woke up and I didn't want to play anything. I didn't even want to do anything. I didn't want to wake up. The fucking dream fucked with me that I had last night. And guess what? I fought through it. I did a yoga video, and the second I was done with the yoga video, it was like a whole new world inside my brain. My brain was ready to do something fun. It was ready to do some challenges. It was ready to learn some Japanese today. You know what I mean? And it even brought me back to 2 years ago on this channel or something, or like a year and a half ago, when I was really grinding and I wanted to have these, like, big gaming days where I would, like, play, like, I always play a lot of Halo and stuff, and that's cool. But I wanted to learn to do something new and not be so stuck down. So I, like, had these big gaming days back a year and a half ago where I would, like, just no matter what, I would spend like 4 to 6 hours that day playing games, and I would force myself to play a variety, and I would force myself just to have fun with it and not take anything serious. And I lost that. I lost that because of competitive Halo because of depression, because of lack of support here and there. I'm not saying it like I'm saying I'm not like I always say. It's not that I've never been supported by people. It's that the way things are going, it's like we're showing like each other like 5% of the support when we're family, and we only have one our entire lives. That when we should at least be showing each other like 10 times the amount of that support. 50% of what we should of what would be ideal. No, we're showing each other like 2%, 5% of the love and the support that we should. It's cringe. And I could just go on, but it's like that's just some of the stuff I've been going through. I thought I would share that with you guys because it's been bothering me and it's kind of been causing a roadblock in my life. And I gotta try to find a way through it. It's really frustrating. Like, I want to punch a fucking wall right now because I'm so annoyed with it, honestly. Like, I need a fucking person to take this shit out on at this point. And I'm just gonna keep fighting for my ideals. Like, yeah, I want to see my family at parties and stuff, but I don't, I don't consider you family if you've abandoned me, That's just how it is. Make all the fucking excuses you want. If you abandon people, you fucking chose to abandon people. Or you're so fucking heartless that you accidentally did it. Either way, you fucking abandon people. And I don't do that shit, I don't abandon people for other people. I never have in my entire life, and I never will. I think that's like the worst shit you could do with your life. Go around acting like you're a nice person to all your friends, your current friends. Well, meanwhile, there's like 100 friends in your fucking graveyard cemetery that you fucking ruin their life because you abandon the shit out of them. That's literally what people do. That happens, you know what I mean? It's happened to me. I've seen it happen to other people. Happens often. And then you're dealing with these like emotional scars from assholes who will never be in your life again. Nobody gives a fuck about you for dealing with it either. They're all preoccupied with their own fucking lives. And yeah, like I was saying, I had these like weird dreams that they just seem like dreams I should have had like 5 years ago, but I didn't have them because I didn't make the room and I didn't grow fast enough. You know what I mean? I didn't make the room in my life. I wasn't taking care of the health quite fast enough. It just feels like dreams that I should have had like 5 years ago. Because, like, oddly, they're a part of my soul, and they're really weird and lucid and romantic. But then at the same time, there's a part of me that's gone past that, and I'm 5 years away from those times now, and I feel, like, detached from it at the same time, so it's really weird. Because the me in the last 3 years has gotten over any type of depression from losing lovers and losing friends. Like, that doesn't really bother me anymore. Like, compared to me 3 years ago, I'm very much ready for the future. I'm very much ready to live in the now. I'm very much ready to move to Japan and teach kids English and do crazy things with my life. I'm very much ready for all these things, you know what I mean? And I just didn't feel like that 3 years ago. I didn't feel like that at all. I wanted those things, but it just felt like I was completely stuck under the emotions of losing my friends and losing my family and losing my lovers and stuff like that. Yeah, and like, that's another thing is to not have, because I basically barely had any dreams for like the last 8 months, start taking care of myself. All of a sudden I'm getting like these insanely lucid dreams that I'll like almost never forget for the rest of my life. Like that's how you know a dream is like extra special and kind of fucking weirdly integrated into your mind and your consciousness and your soul and everything. And like the romantic dream I had last night, it's just like doesn't make sense to me because it's just so far detached from the reality. I don't understand. It almost felt like a dream, like one of my old lovers would have had about us or something, and I had the dream instead. That's how weird it was, you know. It didn't seem like something that I would usually dream. And I dreamed some weird fucking shit, you know. I dreamt this one lucid dream that I was flying around and aliens took me and took my semen and they fucking gave me superpowers and guess what? That was also a wet dream. That was like the only wet dream in my entire life, pretty much. Anyway, that was a long time ago, but that was like over 10 years ago or some shit. But you know what I mean? It's just like, I've had weird dreams, so if I think something doesn't belong in my mind, you know what I mean? Doesn't belong in my consciousness, then like, where'd it come from? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? Is that life trying to tell me something? Is that fucking the devil trying to fuck with me and make me feel bad about my past? Or like, I don't understand. Anyways, that's just some of the stuff I've been going through. Let's hop into the game and have some fun. I might have to do some controller remapping and whatnot, but yeah, so I don't remember like anything about this game, like where we're at. I remember that there's like uh-oh no, I'm wasting my fucking shit. Alright, we're loading back this other save. Hopefully you can remap controls easily. Oh, this is like my worst fucking nightmare, honestly. Coming back to this game and my custom controller is mapped completely differently, so I have to fucking redo everything here. Like that, for example. It's just gonna be fucking annoying. Yeah, this makes me not want to can't quit playing RPGs, like just finish them. Alright. So that's an okay attack button. That works. Oh, this won't be so bad. Fuck. Oh god, let me use a mouse. Okay. Now, is this better here? Does that hurt me? Probably, right? I remember this vaguely. The frying pan game. Okay, so let's load up. I don't want to lose my bombs here. My bomb. Yeah, back when I first bought this game, it was overwhelmingly positive. And now that it's been almost like a year since I played, it's down like 10%. I'm just like, what are you people talking about? People are shit. Like, this game is so cheap, and for the price, it's such a good game. I just don't understand how you could act like that. I don't even remember cooking. The fuck? I remember these fridges. What's this? This is like a shop? That's fun. What does that times 50 mean? You could buy 50 from this specific machine or what? Alright, let's keep going. I remember we were like... We fought like some bosses, like that was chasing us and shit. Like a mechanical boss of some kind, I can't remember really. I think he's like going to save the girl or something right now, I don't remember. And we had like some powers with the girl that we were using for some puzzles. I'm not gonna play this too long, but I just at least want to get my... Oh shit, another boss. Okay. No! What does all this shit do? Oh, he's a crustacean. I guess I kind of need to do these. I have a feeling this is going to be an easy fight for some reason. Okay, maybe not. I don't really know what hitting this is for. No, he's way over there, bro. So you can like blow him out of his damn crustacean hole. I guess I timed something wrong, but I don't really know what. Oh, he's not taking damage either. Damn, this kind of sucks. I don't know what to do. Do I have to do this like when he's in the hole? Oh, that wasn't so bad. I don't know what the fuck he is, but... I just don't understand... Oh, we got another heart already? Fucking Zelda. Let's go. Way to stop right before a boss fight, old Mike. Yeah, I don't understand how you could buy an RPG that is this well made and this in-depth and give it a negative review, you know what I mean? Like, I could understand how like maybe you didn't think it was the best thing ever, but I'll just never understand how people give good games, clearly good games, a bad review, you know? Anyway. So that, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to play today, and then once I seen the reviews were down for this game, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm playing this one. Same thing with games like, who the fuck is this guy? Games like, After Image, it's a new Metroidvania, and the new League of Legends, action platformer game, and, some other stuff like that. It's just like, how can so many people feel like that game was like basically a 10 out of 10 for the price? Right? And then there's just like 10% of the people who bought it are just random douchebags who were unhappy with their lives and didn't like the game at all. Nah, this guy. Yeah, and I've read some things like both on Octopath Traveler's reviews and on this game's reviews, and probably on some other game I forgot about. But there'd be people like who hate the story. They're like, there's way too much dialogue for how much gameplay there is and stuff like that. And I'm just like, you do know what an RPG is supposed to be like, right? Like, you do know that. Like, if you wanted straight action, go play a fucking shooting game or like Dark Souls or something, you know what I mean? You're buying a game that's supposed to have a story that's interesting and is supposed to have a fair amount of dialogue that builds that story up. So I don't understand how you could use that as a basis for a negative review, you know what I mean? People just, I feel like most of the world just has no fucking brain whatsoever. Like, it's one thing to not want to have an opinion on things, but it's another thing if you just have a shit opinion on everything. And I feel like that's what everyone is. They're just like, sniffed their own poop one day when they were kids, and they're like, I like the way my poop smells, and everyone else's farts in class smell fucking gross. It's like they're all fucking like Beavis and Butthead if Beavis and Butthead were fucking douchebags too. No fucking brain. The kind of like nasty fucking farmer kid who would like eat like shit, and then he would just like fart his ass off the entire class. And you always had that kid in your fucking class. Stank like fucking shit, and they like were happy about it. Like, people are fucking weirdos. Like, yeah, I get humans smell fucking bad, but you don't need to go shooting your fucking ass off in front of people all the fucking time because you're a fucking weird fuck, you know? That kind of person needs to get punched in the fucking face. Unfortunately, we don't let people punch people in the face even when they're doing stupid shit. Oh, I forgot what her name was. I just missed it. Sharon? You mean when we had Sharon before we had Karens? Or is it Sharon? No, I guess it's a boy. It's a boy. Yeah, but despite all that crap I talked about, I've been having a lot of fun with Street Fighter. The plan for today is to, I already did some yoga, but I'll probably do a little bit of stretching later on, help my back. Get back to 100%. About to take a walk after I film this, or after I finish this episode. But yeah, I've been generally having a great time, so I don't know. That's why I didn't understand It was almost like I was doing too well in life and changing for the better too fast, and life hit me like a ton of bricks emotionally and spiritually and in my dreams and through my family members and stuff like that. It's really weird. But yeah, I made some friends on Halo recently. Like on the game, not on Twitch. I purposely just say mean things on Twitch so people get the wrong representation of me. Because I don't like them. I'm not gonna say nice things to people I already said nice things to who never said anything nice to me, you know? Just gonna be mean to them. Like, if I even interact with them, it's like, I don't know, like, I know it's harsh to say it, but you can just tell when other human beings are soulless monsters, you know? It's just how it is. Like, for example, I tuned into somebody's stream yesterday, and within this person isn't even that good at the game. They play it all the fucking time. They're friends with all the sweaty douchebags on Twitch. And I tuned into their stream for just I got rated, or I got like hosted over to their stream. And I started watching for like, and within the first 30 seconds, the douche is complaining about their teammates stacking snipe ammo. That they didn't kill anyone for the snipe ammo. It was a 3v4 and they're on the winning team and they're up by 20 kills, and this douchebag girl is complaining and calling the guy selfish and shit and betrayed him for the sniper and with stacked ammo, and I'm like, kind of seems like you're the selfish one. Kind of seems like you're the asshole, you know what I mean? Because you're getting mad in a match that you've already won because your team is overpowered. You're getting mad at random people who, when they're winning, you know, like, I never do that. If I ever get mad at my teammates, it's because we're fucking losing horribly, you know what I mean? And even then, I don't get as mad as these people. These people get mad every fucking time they lose, like fucking weirdos. I play hundreds and hundreds of matches every fucking month where I put up with bullshit and don't say a word, you know what I mean? Anyways, I just watched that and I was like, this is fucking disgusting. And then the girl proceeds to use the sniper poorly, gets like 2 body shot kills in a 3v4 against bots. Like, I don't understand that. When my team's winning by that much, I basically just stand still because the match is over. It's like, why put in the effort, you know? You're not gonna get better by fishing for 10 extra kills against bots who are already losing the game. Fucking 40-20. The match was 40-20, about to be over. And this person is, and it wasn't even like a joke or like a sarcastic joke. The person was legitimately complaining about somebody stacking a couple bullets of sniper ammo in an already won Halo match in a 3v4 against not even good players. They weren't even against good players. Like, I could understand if the players were fucking insane and you were insane with a sniper and you were clearly carrying your team, then maybe. But it wasn't that situation at all, and the person who did it was fucking dog shit. I've beat that person when I had overpowered teammates before. They're not good. Sure, you're good for a girl, but you're not good for a streamer, and you're not a good person, you know? I didn't even know the person was a girl, either. Has, like, a man gamer tag. Like a weird fuck. Anyways, I just seen that, and that was, like, the last straw. I was like, yeah, all these people who act like I'm toxic and try to label me as a bad person or call me a cheater, and they're all the scum of the earth. They're all scum of this. They're, you know, if I'm top of the scum bucket, they're at the bottom of the scum bucket. Even grosser and more putrefied than I'll ever be. Holy shit. But yeah, I'm gonna play this game today. I'll most likely play another RPG like Crosscode or Octopath Traveler. I'm gonna be doing some Street Fighter 6, of course. That's gonna be the game that I play every day. Probably for the next month, at least, if not the next 2 months. And then probably some Tears of the Kingdom to get back into that game. The only reason I stopped that game was because I hurt my back, and it's not really fun to play a game, especially a new big game like that, when you're sitting up and you can't even sit up because your back hurts too much to sit up. But luckily that's over with and we can start playing again, so I'm excited to get back into that game. I feel like the mind gives people the wrong. Like, for example, I was having a lot of fun when I was playing the game, right? Like every moment, the first like 8 hours of Tears of the Kingdom, every moment was fun, you know? Even if some of it was like kind of mundane. Just the fact that I was playing something that good and that with that many fun things to do, it was fun, right? The excitement of thinking about the rest of the game was enough to keep me going, is what I'm saying. But like the second I stopped playing it for a few days, my mind did this thing where it like remembered the game wrong. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't remember how fun it is. It just only remembers the boring parts and stuff like that. It's really annoying. I feel like people do this with their relationships too, and they forget all the good parts of their relationships. It's really fucking weird. I don't like it though. I'm pacifically gonna battle against that for the rest of my life. Like, purposely, like, if I know deep down that something was fun and my mind is telling me otherwise, I ain't gonna forget that shit, you know what I mean? I'm gonna purposely force myself to get back into it, is what I'm saying. This mayor seemed kind of reasonable at first, and now he's just like off the wall, fucking evil as fuck. It's how life be, though. People you think have your back turn into off the wall evil as fuck. See, like, I've played so many video games in my life and watched so little TV in the last 10 years that I'm just like, I don't mind. Like, the game could basically be 95% story. If the story is good, I don't really care anymore. I used to be the kid who grew up and I was like that, you know? ADHD, fucking needs action every fucking second of their lives. I was like that too. Most kids growing up playing video games were like that, you know? Couldn't read text in RPGs because I didn't give a fuck, you know? And I was actually probably an advanced reader for how young I was when I was playing RPGs and stuff, is what I'm saying. And now I'm just like, I've played so many games, I value a good story just as much as I do good gameplay, you know? And this game has both good gameplay and a good story, so it's like, that doesn't make any sense to me. And it probably never will. But at least I tried to see it from the other person's point of view, you know? Is that guy supposed to kind of look like the mayor, or is that just the art style of the game that they... Like, who was that guy? I like how serious this guy gets, and he like, the music goes along with him, and he like points at you and like has these animations and stuff. Ooh, gotta love a good miasma. There used to be, I think his name was like Bloodworks or some shit like that. I can't remember exactly what his name... Ironworks, his name might have been. It was like 10 years ago, I listened to that guy and he had a song that was called Miasma, and it was actually really good. I might go look that up now. Someone out there knows what I'm talking about. It was back on like the early days of SoundCloud and shit. Before there was like a billion people making beats, so you can't remember names anymore. Back then you could... It was around the time I would listen to Vampire Weekend and what else did I listen to back then? A lot of like Anamanaguchi and like electric and techno and like new age electronic music, stuff like that. Kind of want to get back into that shit because that shit was a vibe. I would listen to Milo, the rapper. I don't like him anymore. I think he's from Wisconsin. I just feel like anyone who gets even a little bit of fame always ends up turning into a douchebag who doesn't give a fuck about their fans, so that's just how it is. Just kidding, we're throwing you in front of a subway. You thought you were entering some space-time portal, but you're actually just getting thrown in front of a subway. I think this game, like what it does the best out of everything is it has like its own. It has like a world that's very different from almost any, but it's still from any other RPG or any other game. But it also like takes its own story seriously still, you know what I mean? So it puts you in like this fantasy world, but the characters are in that world and they really believe it, you know? So I think it does really well. Yeah, I'd actually like to make some of these videos longer, but my back doesn't seem to like to sit down for too long. And I'm not trying to push it, so I really want to get back into the fitness that I started this summer, so. What I'm saying is I'm gonna ditch you guys real quick after complaining the entire video. So was he that gravekeeper, or did they walk past him? Sometimes I get confused when they don't explain stuff like that. And like I might have known if I did this all back to back. Damn, she's so magical she sucked the fucking juices out of your shit, bitch. Wait, that sounds kind of wrong. It's full of cum. Wait. Right now we're getting into the bad stuff. Yeah, one other thing I wanted to say that how I kind of knew I was like growing up as a person, not really just age-wise, like, but just like growing up as a person, like back in the day, like I would have like if I had a dream about women or whatever, it would mostly be like a sexual dream, you know what I mean? And now like, yeah, I still think about that stuff like any person does, but now, like, almost every single time in the last 5 years that I've had a dream, like, most of them weren't a dream related to women. Most of them, like, weren't about sex. They were always about, you know, the generic romance and intimacy, but they really were, like more about romance than I've ever been in my entire life. To the point where I wake up and that's all I've been thinking about since I woke up, you know what I mean? Just kind of weird. Thought I'd throw that out there. I seen there was a new Link to the Past ROM hack that was out. That looks pretty fun. I might do that. Might even speedrun it casually. It looks less annoying than some of the older ROM hacks. Oh. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. Just keep going. Oh, what the fuck? Can't read that fast. Why did that happen? So I guess sometimes you don't want to press anything, you just want to let it go and read as fast as you can. It's kind of weird. I didn't even get to see what he said there. It feels weird because he's like pushing you out of this town, but the town was like where all the characters were, you know what I mean? Like he's pushing you away from the characters that you were interacting with. Pop Croc Isles. So are we gonna be in like a garbage hump or garbage heap the whole time? I feel like this is would be a good game for some changing environments, honestly. Untouched as a virgin's drawers. Oh my god. See what I mean? I was just about to say, some of this writing is very, like, poetic. And that happened. That's like the kind of things, like, if you get bored and you skip through some text boxes, like, you miss the good one, you know what I mean? You miss the funny one that makes the rest of them make sense. The moldering. I don't know if that's a word. I gotta look that up. I'm looking that up on my phone right now. On my mini tablet that doesn't have access to... what the fuck is it called? It doesn't have the ability to call. I'm not connected to a network. Is that it? My pockets aren't being bled dry by Verizon and US Cellular, let's say that. T-Mobile and all those other dumbasses. Moldering is a word. Slowly decay or disintegrate, especially because of neglect. The moldering sails of the ships like shrouds exhumed from the earth. I don't know what exhumed means either. Let's check it out. To dig out, especially a corpse from the ground. Oh, that's some nice symbolism or metaphor. I don't know what that is. I hated in school when we took that so serious. Or like, figure out if this is in like 7th grade and 8th grade or some shit. And in 9th grade, we were like, figure out if this is a metaphor or it's symbolism. And then we're like, what? We spent like a week or some shit on that. It was so stupid. Like, who the fuck cares? Yeah, we get it. It's like wordplay that tricks you into thinking other things about the topic that's at hand or whatever. or you hear a story, but it's actually a deeper meaning than what the surface. Yeah, we get it. Like the way they talked about that shit was like it mattered for the rest of our life. Guess what? It doesn't really matter that much. Anyone with half a brain can tell that shit. It doesn't need to be labeled precisely and whatnot. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, never mind. Oh shit, are we going to like is this whole game like a dark environment and spooky? Sounds like we're going to like a shipwreck alley or something. Oh, the subway was named and shit? I didn't remember any of that. I don't know what that word means. I know what, sort of know what insolence means, I think it's called, but I don't know what that means. I like when they, like, put those, like, hick, like, what's the word? Or hick is probably an offensive word. Those, like, country people, flares on their words. I don't know what the word is for that. Dialect, is that it? Something like that. There might be another word that's better. Where they like spell out the, like, come over here, and it's like spelled like apostrophe R-E, not instead of here. Stuff like that. Damn. They should have put like a little like explosion sort of noise in the background. Let's see if I can lay down on my side for a little bit and play. Seeing as we're not doing much anyway. It kind of felt like there should have been, like, side quests and stuff in the village, though, you know what I mean? That's where I'm kind of like wondering what's going on here. Okay, now stop playing. The game like tells you to stop. Let's see it as a quit. It's like, it's time for you to be done, nerd. You played long enough. Okay, her name is Sam, alright. That's who I forgot. Poopycock. Or I mean poppycock. What does poppycock even mean, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Like, I know it means bullshit, but like, it's the same thing as saying bullshit. But like, where the fuck does that come from? It's like me, I made that, or I don't know if I made it up, but I say the word hornswoggler. I don't know what that means, but I say it. It's got hornswoggled. Or if somebody's like a scummy scum, you call him a hornswoggler. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I made that word up and it's mine now, but... Just like I made the word sneakerly up like 20 years ago when I was like 2 years old. $55 years ago. Holy shit. Wow, this shit is getting colorful. Let's go. I was gonna say, how are you gonna have like graphics and art and a gameplay this nice and not have like some other environment, you know? Got some fucking Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga music going on. Ooh. See, this game just does such a good job of making you feel like you're watching the story, you know? Like, even the title of that right there made you, like, give you this sense of mystery and wonder, you know? Who the fuck is piloting this shit out of a trash heap? That whale's gonna explode. I just seen this on YouTube Shorts. I just seen a TikTok. Woman gets impaled by tooth and bone flying out of a fucking whale. I like the cute facial expressions. Usually don't see ones that are that like well animated on pixel art and stuff like that. This is one of those games that would actually work if they had voice acting for some of it. Like John would be the dude from Last of Us, Joel. And then Sam would be like, who would be good for Sam? I don't know. That guy reminds me of Joel for some reason. I don't even like Last of Us really, but... To me, I'm not saying it's a bad game, but for me, Last of Us is just kind of like bad Resident Evil. Less fun Resident Evil. With really good characters, though. Definitely the characters are good. What did he say? Oh, what the fuck? It's like an overworld? What the hell can you do here? Missing something? I'm confused. There's gotta be something to do out here. Damn, this place looks great. I wonder if there's like secrets. Oh shit, I forgot about all that. I'm okay with all this fasting stuff, but it's fucking hard when you don't have like a healthy meal to look forward to, you know what I mean? I don't have anything to look forward to, so it's just making me not want to fast and give up, you know? It's fucking annoying. Salt and Sanctuary, baby. I wonder if that new Salt and Sacrifice game is decent. It seemed like it was like a bad take on the game, but I don't know. So there is some secrets. Found that treasure chest. I don't know why these makeshift signs are pointing me in the right direction. Oh, that's a goofy ass looking dog. I can't look at dogs because it always makes me want to go pet my dog. So we do have some nice people in this godforsaken world. Just gotta go looking for them. Gotta go on a fucking spiritual journey and have your brain eaten by a psychic whale to have a fucking chance at finding a nice person out there. I always love those funny interactions where the person like has a hard time explaining themselves and they're like, ah, just fuck it. At the wood whale. These are definitely the kind of games you want to play for like longer than an hour or two so you can really get a good taste of them, you know. There's a lot of these secret little nooks. They want me searching, man. They want me searching. There was like an alternate path back there too. I don't know if that was important. I don't got time for that. I'm just trying to finish video games these days. Yeah, so if you watch me in the past, I used to like kind of obsess over like getting all the secrets and things in games, and I said this in another video, but I'm kind of at the point where like I'm just trying to beat the games and experience the best parts of them. I'm not really trying to waste any time. Not that I think it's bad to go for secrets, like that's really fun, but at some point you've played so many video games in your life and you're just like, I just want to beat some shit, you know? So this might have some side quest. This might be like the village experience. Maybe you'll end up like being able to go back and forth and help out the people of Potcrock Isle or whatever. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I wish the game Ocean's Heart had a sequel. That game was really fun. Oh, I'm like slow walking now. Hidden treasures, what? Ammo, I don't remember what that's about. Am I getting a shotgun later? Looks like I'm gonna want to buy some of this shit, right? Shouldn't I just buy this right here? Actually, both of these. I'll wait a little bit, but I'll probably end up buying some of that shit. This probably is like a bad idea not to upgrade it, because then you're just like wasting damage you could have had. Well, I do want to play more, but I kind of want to lay down for a little while and get my back. Oh, look at all that. Look at that shit. Oh wait, I like made the guy glitch somehow, heading a certain direction. It's not gonna happen again. What the hell? Oh, that. I don't know what that was. There's like a box out there in the field. I don't know if I can get that. Well, this seems like a whole fucking another story, so if there was like a little bit of gameplay right here, I would keep playing, but we'll save this for the next episode. At least we didn't stop before our fucking boss this time. I like how the save points like has like weird like philosophical I can't say that word. Philosophical bullshit. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I didn't really do much, but I just kind of wanted to get the wet my whistle. No, I kind of wanted to get the gears turning again. Dip my foot back in the water so that I would start playing this shit again. And yeah, I'm gonna chill out and relax. Maybe grab a snack. So I'm getting fucking hungry and I kind of feel lethargic because I haven't eaten much in the last 5 days. But we'll be back with a lot of gameplay soon. I'll at least dump out like 5 episodes in this game, if not beat the whole game soon, so. Can look forward to that. And I got a lot of other stuff on the table too, so. Thanks a bunch for tuning in. I'm not sure when I'm going to do a commentary again. I usually just kind of do them whenever I feel like life is telling me to do one. I don't really do them anymore. I don't ever force myself to do them, and I only do them when I feel like it's time, you know? Like, am I playing a new game? Is something new going on in my life? Is there some weird dream or weird experience I'm having that I should talk about? That's usually when I'll do a commentary, so. But yeah, I got a lot of Halo stuff coming out, a lot of games as well, so. Stay tuned for all those videos, and I'll catch you guys down the road. Much love.